Hello and welcome to my presentation. The focus of my presentation is going to be preventing childhood obesity, specifically for the age 2 to 5 using parent-focused education. The presentation is for adults with young children, typically 18 to about 40 on the upper extreme. Child is 2 to 5 years old, and secondary education is focused towards the child. The learning objectives. By the end of the presentation, parents would be able to identify the risks of childhood obesity, what the prevalence of it is today, what parents can do to reverse it, what they can do to prevent it, and why it's important to start young with teaching healthy habits and how to include the child or children in learning these new healthy habits. So the risks of childhood obesity, there are lifelong health risks. 1 in 8 preschoolers are already obese per the CDC. It is associated with many long-term health conditions such as, but not limited to, diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, metabolic dysfunction, and also early joint disease. The reason we're focusing on parents is because they're the gatekeepers of food and activity for the children. Obviously they're not self-sufficient, so it's important to manage what they eat, what their activity is, and to help them build lifelong healthy habits. The number one predictor of fruit and veggie intake is modeled after what the parents do, not just what they're told. And it's a dual generational teaching method, so you're educating the parents, which leads to healthy children for life. Children mimic their parents, that's how they learn, and they pattern off of their behaviors. So the idea is to reduce snacking, monitor portions, encourage a high protein, low fat, low carbohydrate diet, and then lead by example. So parents need to eat healthy as well, because your children are going to model off the parents. When making this adjustment, it's important to try and make it fun for children, so you can make healthy snacks fun. You can make them into smiley faces or other things to kind of encourage, to make it more playful and not as serious of a discussion with the child. It's also important to utilize media such as cartoon characters eating veggies, books encouraging healthy food. You can even use like animals or their favorite toy to model them eating healthy so that they feel better. As far as recommendations on activity, there's no set amount or set type of activity for children. It's just important that they stay active throughout the day, that they minimize screen time, encourage them to play in whatever way they enjoy, and that helps build lifelong habits to prevent them becoming obese. Reducing obesity in childhood has a large impact on lowering chronic health conditions later on in life. So establishing things early has much better outcomes later on in life. So everything's based off of family modeling. Parents are the primary positive influencers, helps the children build confidence, play and try and make healthy eating fun. And then it's important to address barriers by keeping things simple for parents. As far as learning methods, children primarily learn through play and modeling off the parents. It's also important to provide multilingual, concise materials. And then focus on small steps. It doesn't need to be a dramatic change. Just focus on small, consistent steps over the long period to build long-term habits. And it's important to start early. Early intervention stops obesity before it starts. Small steps today lead to a healthier generation later. Show your children, tell them after you've shown them, and then reinforce everything. Stay consistent, play, and keep it low stress. This was such a big issue that actually the former First Lady Michelle Obama launched an initiative called the Let's Move Initiative back in 2010. And one of her big quotes from her initiative is the physical and emotional health of an entire generation and the economic health and security of our nation is at stake. So, trying to make healthy young children stay healthy helps them greatly reduce their chance of not being healthy later on in life. So it's a great way to promote health later on in life. And these are my references. Thank you for watching my presentation.